Alright, I think we are live. Hello, Marquez. Just trying to get myself back into the groove of things. Um, yeah, this is. I don't think we're. Well, we'll see. I think that this might actually be quite a normal occurrence moving forward. That I would, on the days that I stream, I might do two streams. Just to sort of break it up. I find that like I'm very envious of people who can stream like 6 hours in one go. I cannot do that. I find that like physically I just can't. Um, but I do want to get like 6 hours of work done a day. And so there's going to like on days when I decide to stream, there will have to be like a break in between them. So that's the current plan. We're back at this again. Same thing. Just been staring at this. Uh, yeah. Okay. Let me see. What did we have last time? All right. I was trying to do a stud reversal here. Let me see. Okay. I was checking to see if this was possible to put on grid. Realizing that it was more trouble than it's worth. All right. Let's do this. This here. All right. Just retrace your steps, Ransom. You got this. Okay. This goes here. This goes here. Okay. Now, we need to decide what happens here. It can't be this. Alright, let's look at our interesting shape box. What are these? Alright. Can I do something with this? Is there a way to make this into, like, texture? Okay. That. Let's put this on here. Just to even that out. Alright. Okay. I should check where this ends. Okay. These two. I've got a bunch of red bricks. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Alright. I don't like using bricks here. It feels like I don't get the benefit of them being on grid with the brackets. And the brackets are not. Okay. So what other options do I have? I don't want them to be too far away from the core of the leg either. Alright. Let's do this. That. Okay. I think then we need one layer of plate here. And then this. And this. Oh wait. These need to be on the other leg, I think. Yeah, I only have 4 of these. Okay. So, put that there. Put this here. Okay. And then try to put this on grid. I can do that, I think. But then what do you do here? I think just bricks. Okay. That's dumb. Okay, let's gotta be an more interesting thing to do here. But maybe not. Maybe it's just not that interesting. Okay. Alright. Check again how many of these I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 2 pairs. 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th one somewhere. Oh, it's here. Okay. 1, 2. And then the other one, I believe, is still with the knee chunk. Alright. Okay. Stuck here. I thought I'd be done with this by now. Okay. Calm down. What options do I have? I can do this. Connect it with whatever grid I have above. Push this another plate up. Okay, let's see. This is on grid here. So actual natural grid of this would be the other direction, which isn't great, but that at least saves us some up brackets, which is nice. What are you building? I am working on my Source Dragon project. Okay, is this on grid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep, that works. But that means I need an extra layer of plate here before I can put this back on. Unless I just shift it lower down, then that wouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's say I do that. And this goes here. Does this go here? Ooh, okay. So I do want to shift it up a plate anyways. Okay, we can do that. I'll shift this up to a plate and put this here. Okay. Do that. And so what would that mean for this? Oh, right. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do that, and that, and that. Then, I think this should be on grid. Okay. But now that that's on grid, what do I do? Okay. Plate. Sure. Just plate. And this. Point it down. Sure. Maybe I don't need this. Now this is on grid. This is pointing that way. Oh, actually. Okay, cool. This should be okay. Alright, 2x4. Here. And then I can have some up brackets. That's nice. Because I have a bunch of those. And I'm happy to use them. Alright. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Put this here. And then we need to do start reversal right here, I think. If I want to. Which I do. Okay. Another 2x4 here. No harm, no foul. Yep. And what did I have to do with my start reversal? Okay. That's okay, sure. Let's see if Oh, can these work? Surely, yes. There's no reason they wouldn't. Okay. Do that. Ooh, that's awkward. If I push this here, that's more awkward. Okay, maybe this isn't as awkward as I think it is. Because we're going to, like, because it's not legal to put, like, two plates, I mean, like 3 plates in between two opposing brackets anyways. This might not be that bad an idea. This is left a bit hanging with, like, nothing to support it from the other side. But I can move this joint to the other side. Hello, Marco. No, this is still just the Source Dragon project. It is still just Source Dragon for now. It would be quite nice if I can just add on other pieces. But right now, my feeling is that, like, the Source Dragon itself is actually, like, has a lot of parts in these sets, and I don't know if I'm even going to be able to use, like, most of these, and so I feel bad about, like, adding a bunch of more pieces. Okay, so would the boots just go straight down? All right, so brackets can't be, well, it can be flared back here, couldn't it? Okay, how many more steps would that take? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's quite far back. Okay. And this is off grid now. Unless I'm willing to do this, which I don't even think is even on grid. Oh, okay. I mean, I can do, like, the ransom fern thing and just bracket them from one side, and that's, you know, not great. Okay. Think. Can I? What time is it for you? It's now 9:45, and I am working on the Source Dragon project. Okay, so there is a kind of janky way to make sure that this is attached here. Also, maybe that isn't necessary. So what I can do instead, right, is, because I've got a bunch of these, I know for a fact that I have 2 of these. I can have one of this in the middle, right? And I'm actually not sure how this will fit here. Alright, just under there. Nice. That's great. And then have a Technic axle going through here. And that would assure that this doesn't go anywhere. That's not a half bad idea. I might actually do that. Okay. I would like this to be better decorated though. Okay. Okay. And let me see. Let me extend it down. Extend this down further. Nope, 2x3 is sufficient because you need to, well, I need to leave space underneath for some reason. Okay, we'll find it. We'll find it when we get there. All right, do that and that. Where's my other? These humongous calves. All right, now it's 2x3 here. And what? And just 2x3 underneath here. A brick? Do you have bricks? Let's try a brick. Let's see what a brick does. Hello, Just. Is it going well? Good question. I'm not sure. Are you planning on doing at least a bendable tip of the foot, since the foot itself can't move, can only move side to side? Currently I have no plans to make, like, to give it, like, toe joints, if that's what you're asking. But we'll see. I might end up with some. Okay, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to the waist. Is right now like like the whole waist is now like a kind of a big question mark, and there is a possibility that there might end up being a bunch more joints in the foot instead of the waist, which would be kind of funny. Because I feel like the waist joint is a lot more important. But we'll see how this ends up. Um, no, actually, I do want red here to break this up. Is there a nice way to transition this? I think so. Okay, but I need. Oh, I need bricks that I don't think I have. Okay. That. I guess I have these. Actually, don't know how many of these I have. I can check. Alright. Let's see. We do that. Does that look like anything? I don't like how that looks at all. Okay. I need red. Alright. I can have this. And layer this? Is this what I'm gonna do? Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Alright. Do that. And I might have to change what I do here. Yeah, it's much better to just have a 4x4 here. I used the just two 2x4s. Is fine. Hello, Zenitsu. I don't have a brick separator handy. Alright, we'll do this by hand. We'll do this live. Oh, okay. Going live. Alright. Alright. So, 1x2. I should have a bunch of. Shouldn't be a problem. And red. And red. And then 2x4s, 2x4s. Alright. 2x4. 2x4. Ooh, the color of this 2x4 is actually quite important. Let's do dark red for the lower one. And light red for the upper one and see if we can do something with that. That might give us an opportunity to do something quite interesting. If we can actually take advantage of the opportunity, that is. Okay, so do that and that. Put that in there. And ooh, do we want orange on top? How does that look? It's not great. Do I have 1x1s? Where are my 1x1s? What do my 1x1s look like? That doesn't do anything. Okay. That also doesn't do anything. Okay, actually, have the lower one be transparent instead, and then put this on top. How's that? Ooh, that's kind of a cool motif. Maybe we can. Ooh, and we have this on the head as well, like the trans orange on dark red. If we can repeat that motif, I think that can look quite cool. And then underneath, bright red. Okay, let's not have that. I'm okay with that. Okay, alright. The question is, will we have enough for the other side and also the other leg? Let's find out. Here we go. There we go. All right. Bright red. And a bunch of my dark reds are underneath here. Let's rescue them, because they don't need to be down here in the cellar. Alright. I'm gonna need two, because I'm gonna need one on the other side as well. Alright. That. That. Trans red. Sorry, trans orange. Where's my trans orange tile? Actually, how many trans orange tiles do I have? I have exactly 2. Huh. That's fine. So these are the 2 in the leg, and then we will create the other effects with these cheese slopes. Cool. All right, we're actually kind of getting somewhere. Nice. What happened if I put this here? That is not great. Okay. What if I replace this at the back with this? How does this look now? That looks worse. Okay. Never mind. Okay. That and bright red, please. Think we should have enough for the other side. Okay, fantastic. This goes on top, but we need to decide what goes here. I think I can use a 1x6 down here. Okay, that's there. Okay, maybe 1x3. I'm working on an X-Men Sentinel mock, and your UCS hook was the Mark 44. Help me get started on the chest. Oh, quite nice. Like the really big one? Or are we talking about like the one from like 2015? Because at the time, the one in 2015 is what we dubbed as UCS, right? But now that's changed. Oh, I don't have to use this. Oh no, I only have one of those. Alright, never mind. I do have to use this. Okay. Red. Red is great. We just do red. Okay. And do I want to... Nope. I want the legs to be kind of short, actually. Alright. And then another plate. Wow. Okay. All of that. And then... Okay. Put this up a bit so we can squeeze this in. And squeeze this in. Close this up. That's nice. Big boots. Believe these. And one on this side. And potentially 2 more down here. Okay. Oh boy. The 2015 one, nice. I feel like that one hasn't really held up, but I'm glad that you are able to make use of it. I would definitely change a lot of the chest construction if I were to do that like now. Some of those, I mean, even now, a lot of the ideas are like ideas that first works, but I'm a lot more like stringent about like, all right, how much iterating do I do before I call it quits? All right. Nice. Okay. I want these here. There's a bunch of them, so I don't have to worry about... Oh, okay. I can point them upwards, actually. Is that better? Nah, I like them downwards. Okay. Like this, and like this, and we'll handle the back afterwards. Nice. Alright. So let's say that that's lower legs. Phi time. Alright. What do we do here? I think we just do this. And we call it. Right? I mean, one on this side. But maybe this side should become the inside? Oh, or maybe I should do this instead then. And then we can do something else with this. Oh, okay. Brick. I have a lot of 2x3s. Let's just use 2x3s then. 2x3s, 2x3s. Maybe one down here as well. Ooh. Okay. Great. I am running out of 2x3s very quickly. That's fine. We'll fill it up later. Okay. Nice. And I think that just about clears it. So I can put this on right here. That just works. I would like another layer. Would I? Is that wise? Alright, do that. That's that. This is a bit barren. I would like to cover this up. But we can't just cover that up with like 1x4s. Should we try now? Actually, we need 1x3s. So that's not great. Because I don't really have 1x3s. Do I? Unless I do. Let's find out. Okay. 1x4, 1x2s, 1x3s in black. Okay. So let's say 2 black 1x3s, and that should about just covers it. Oh god. Okay. This goes here, and that's that. I think. Nice. Okay. Let's move this one plate lower. Cool. This might not even be necessary, because all of this might get covered up just by the skirt anyways. I do think that I would want this to be attached on the outside bar though. Let's give that leg just a... Oh. Let me go pick that up. Okay. I'm back. Alright, there we go. That probably feels better. I'm gonna have to worry about the aesthetic later. But, yeah, sure. Let's say that this is a pair of legs. Let's do it again on the other side. Exactly 90. I'm gonna see about filling some of this up. And this side as well. This shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Alright, big problems first. And then we get to small problems. Alright. This goes here. Oh, actually, I don't want to use a 1x6 here because 1x6 is quite scarce. I'll have a bunch of these. Alright. Let me peruse these to see if there's anything interesting I can do with these. Oh, I can do this. Yes, cut that off early. I can do that. Have it flare out the other direction. For now, let's leave it like this. Alright, let's handle the waste. We've got a couple of pink ones, pink 2x4s. Might as well use it here now. Might get replaced later. Alright, let's do that. And that. And leg. Oh, pin goes in the other hole. And there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to get a brick separator. Alright. Okay. You... I'd like to replace you with bright red, just to save me some of the dark red, so that I can put it on top. Oh, okay. That. And two by 1x3s. Right on the outside. Okay. Do that. And that. There we go. Okay. Why did I have a 1x1 here? Okay. This is a bit jiggly. Maybe one of the boons of me giving up on the waist joint is that I'm gonna be able to secure this more. But hopefully if I just build around this, that would like keep it in place. Hello Friction Extend, welcome to the stream. Okay, what am I doing? Alright, 2x4 back here. Some up brackets from the other bucket. And one of these for the balls on the leg. Okay. That's nice. Alright, so far so good. Nice. Okay. Oh man. It's gonna be a messy. It's gonna be a messy model, color blocking wise. What are we doing? We are doing Source Dragon. Did you already stream once today? Yeah, I streamed once around noon. Well, noontime for me. But then I had to go for lunch. But now I'm back. Okay. Ooh. Maybe I can mount the skirt on this pin. That'd be quite nice. All right. We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. So what do I have to do? All right. I have to reverse engineer what the hell I did here. That's a 2x3. That is a 2x3. All right. Have a gray 2x3. Is that the only gray 2x3 I have? Oh no, I have the other knee built as well. Okay. So what do I do here? 1x3 down here. And a red 2x4. I finally got the Majestic Tiger today and made an alt build. Not to toot my own horn, but it's the best alt build I've seen for this set, lol. Also, do you start from scratch on this? Like today? No, like I've been, like I had this project, you know, actually like the previous time I worked on this project was also on stream. And so I was just sort of like retracing my steps with, as far as like what I did and all that. Checking to see if I can salvage anything, but it looks like I'm going to have to like remake a bunch of decisions. But I didn't start completely from scratch. A lot of this leg has actually been decided before today. Just sort of like making the decision to commit to a lot of them now. Oh. Okay. One. That's an odd shape. Is that good? Maybe it's better if I do this. Or maybe like this. Do we like that more? Do I like that more? I'll keep fiddling with that later. All right. Let's add the rest of this stuff in. Ooh. I have 2 pairs of these. I could have used them down here. I can do that right now. Okay. Actually, no. It's fine. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Let's save these. Can I do this? What would this look like? Can this still work? Nope. Okay. What if I push this one plate up? Does it work now? Look at that. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. And then we can have those like textured bricks elsewhere and get them to do something more interesting than being hidden away. Okay. Are you trying to replicate any specific Gundam or taking inspiration from any? At the moment, no. I mean, like to the extent that like, you know, my natural taste leans towards quite Gundam-esque proportions. This one's gonna look a lot more like Nia and Lloyd. It's gonna have quite naturalistic proportions instead of like real robots, but still definitely robot proportions. All right, let me take a swig of water. Nice. Gotta hydrate. Oh, okay. This goes right on here, I think. Nice. And this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Are you only using Source Dragon? I am only using Source Dragon for this. Okay. Let me see what I do here. Okay. This, one of this. Maybe this back here. That would cover it up quite nicely, I think. Color blocking with this will not be fun. Okay, I say that all the time, but actually color blocking is quite fun. It's just that like when the color blocking is determined by like the pieces that you have, and you are also trying to prioritize interesting shapes and like shapes that flow together, it feels like it gets in the way. Okay. Well, even though you know it only gets in the way as much as anything else. Sometimes you can find a really nice shape, and then the colors just don't work out to highlight the shape, and it's terribly tragic. Okay. Well, terribly tragic for me. I think I should have two more of these in my interesting shapes. That's one. And that's just the one. Okay, and the other one's here. Okay, nice. Almost done with the torso of my mech. Very nice. I'm glad to hear that that's coming along nicely. Bricksong made an alt build for the set that you should check out after the stream. I am familiar with Bricksong. I think Bricksong's in Singapore, actually. I should maybe text Bricksong sometimes and we can get coffee. Yeah. It's not half bad. I'm very glad that, like, I mean, I don't know how actually intentional it is, but like, it seems like the cowl visor aesthetic that I go for with like my two models, he's largely not like use that. Like sometimes he used the cowl for the head, but then he would do something unique with the face, which is pretty cool. I saw his stuff in person at one point. There was like an exhibition. The like I don't know why I feel this way. Like I shouldn't feel this way because I should be familiar with my own work, but like the size of Lego mechs always surprise me when I see them in real life. I'm like, oh right, they're bigger than like most action figure things that I have in my life, like all of the Transformers and whatever. Is this ZX roll? I do not. I like you're gonna give me the set name because I don't have Google handy to check the set number. Already it looks very cool. Thanks, Hidora. Um, it will look even cooler when it's actually done. Right now, I feel like I can't speak to its actual quality because it is, in my mind, just incomplete. And incomplete things are just like, they get automatic demerits. They're automatically worse than anything that is complete. It doesn't apply to all things. Like obviously, this is like a personal thing for me, just to get myself off my butt and actually do stuff. Sometimes like it's a terribly named thing, but like I do feel like I do feel like I have, or at least am affected by like protection. Not what am I talking about? Perfectionist tendencies, which isn't necessarily that like you insist on a thing being perfect, only that like you imagine in your mind how good a thing can be, and that prevents you from actually doing the thing. Do I only have 2 of this? Alright, I have to check the inventory now. If I only have 2 of the... Oh, I do only have 2 of it. Aw, it looks like I'm gonna have to change it to something else more boring. Such as... Okay, this might not be such a bad thing. Nah, I do want it up here. Alright. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll live with it. And then I'll figure out a better spot for the trans orange tiles. Yo, Dragon Samurai X Daiso, yeah! These are here not because they're cool. These are here because I have to like these are not necessarily here by choice. Like if I could, I would use these instead. But like, unfortunately for me, I have to use these for the arms. I have to prioritize like the elbows because it gets really messy there. When will you build the Millennium Falcon? Ooh, I'm building the Millennium Falcon right now. Look, it's 2 prongs, and then all of this is gonna be a big circle. Have you ever used minifig legs as joints? I have not. I try not to. Although I have seen them used to quite good effect. Personally, I stylistically don't like them. Will this be a woman, since the Source Dragon of Motion is female? I did not know that. And now I'm considering it. I mean, we already have like very shapely thighs. And the way that these things are, you can kind of interpret them as whatever gender you want. The thing with like, the funny thing about super robots is that like having a really huge chest and narrow waist makes a thing look powerful, but it also feminizes the thing. So in a way, you can take it to be feminine as well. Yeah, I did not know that. Cool. All right. All right. I'm gonna have to check how many of those I have. Do I only have 6 or do I have 8? And if I have 6, then fair enough. Bright red. I have 6. All right. Fair enough. I'm gonna have to decide on which side this goes. Okay. What if goes like that. Alright, okay. Maybe this is a good idea. No, it isn't. Oh well. We try. Sometimes it works. How far does the knee joint go? Right now it's doing like an exact 90. There's like a whole bunch of empty space here just for it to do 90. I don't know if it's gonna be able to do more. It's likely that this is all it'll be able to do. If you finish the alt build, will the instructions be available? Yeah. Also, I was thinking about a cool idea for this mech. If that interests you, you can happily throw out ideas. I don't always bite, but yeah, I'm happy to hear out the idea. No promises on actual execution. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I can't have this here. Oop. But maybe this is where I need to use trans orange. Okay. Like that. How does that look? Is that a bit too messy? Okay. Put it just on this side. Do that. Alright. That's not great. Okay. Let's do. Okay. Leave this on this side. Will you ever do an Iron Man figure with a few more parts to add stability and articulation rather than 2 Iron Man and Eternal set restriction? Never say never. It's currently not like a priority for me, but I would like to like try something that's like that. I would like to see what that particular scale, if I can like add in a bunch of articulation. Maybe not the 43 again. I might try to do something else. And like, yeah, I might try a 7 because I love me my 7, and that feels like it's either gonna be a 7 or a 3, or like the 2 prime candidates for that kind of project, isn't it? Yeah. You think you'll be able to give Cole Mecha deeper knee, or perhaps Gunpla style double knee joints? Good question. Let me think. I think yes. So with Cole, I think I just need to orientate like the. I might cut out the. I'll probably take out the sliding knee gimmick, and I might do something else with it. But I would like that thing to have quite deep elbows. I mean, quite deep knees. We'll see. Like I don't like Cole Dragon Mech's elbows at all, and so like the last time I remember touching that thing, I was sort of hemming and hawing over like, oh, what do I do with the elbows? But maybe, maybe it doesn't have to be too complicated. I'll figure something out. Yeah. Okay. Just one. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. What if we do? What if we do with this? this good? We do that. And we change this into... No, I don't like that. Okay. Okay. Nope. Alright. Don't get stuck. Just move on. Just move on, Ransom. Just put this here. Don't worry too much about it. We'll move on to the next part. And then we can come back to that later. Alright. So these are hips. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to get back to the chest. I have completely disassembled the chest. Like, I have to make a decision. Okay, how about this? Why don't we put in the waist joint, and then we can decide what happens to the chest. So I don't know if you already made something like that, but my idea was to make a Chinese dragon that could wrap around the mecha like a scarf with a head ending on the shoulder. That sounds pretty cool. I've never done that. Thanks for the free idea, I guess. At some point, I have considered like sort of like a sort of like spirit animal sort of thing. Like I have like vague memories of a Gunpla model, like a Gunpla custom model I saw once that kind of blew my mind. Of like a smaller thing and a bigger thing that's like a spirit animal. But yeah, something like and like I did consider like, ooh, like after Shadow of the Erdtree came out, I really wanted to make a Mesmer. That never happened, obviously. But like Mesmer had like snakes wrapped all around him. Yeah. Hello, Roha. Your models are very inspirational. Ah, thanks, Veek. If the Fire Dynamic doesn't have enough black for Gurren Lagann, we should combine it with some sort of card to get the black parts, minimize leftover pieces. I promise you that it will have enough black parts. We built it on stream, and the base is full of black. Minifix scale, Tengen Topa? Dude, like... I don't... Like, even in minifix scale, I don't know if we have enough space on Earth. Well, next stream be? We'll see. My current plan is to try to do every other day, but like I've said that before and not follow through. And so I feel like I'm not sure how much my word is worth at this point with like, oh yeah, when's next stream gonna be? Like, it will be, you know, when it will be. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, I have to make a decision. So, let's say that this is like what we're gonna use for arms, right? So one big joint here, one big joint here. And that's the end of that. That leaves us, I believe, okay, so let's say elbows are taking this, alright. This goes here, and this goes here. So do we get this? What's this? Oh, is this waist? No, it's not. Wait, is it? Where did this come from? Oh yeah, this is part. Okay, this is the waist, I think. Oh no. Oh, alright. This was elbow. Alright, my bad. Okay, so we're left with two of these, and I want a waist joint. Definitely want a waist joint. App crunch is negotiable, but it looks like the app crunch is gonna come with the waist joint. Then that leaves us one of these. And initially, I wanted like this super complicated, like sort of like drawer joint, like an accordion joint that gets you like an app crunch and also a side to side, and the app crunch can go super deep. I kind of don't want to do that anymore. Like the construction is I feel like there's a way to do it, but like it's going to be solid, but it's going to be very jiggly. I don't want it to be jiggly anymore. So I think this is what's gonna happen. I think that what is gonna happen? Maybe one of these things can be no. These cannot be waist joints. Okay, so I've got a bunch of ball joints still, like these mini ball joints. I think we can use mini ball joints for app crunch support. Waist joint, that's just gonna be single click. This, I have no idea how to use this effectively in a way that makes me feel like it's not wasteful. But alternatively, what we can do is these can be ankle joints, which they won't be strong enough. Then I have to do like funky shenanigans to support them, and that never works. What do we do? What do we do? Okay. How about this? We will just leave this out. And just try to be okay with it. Unless, alright, okay, so hear me out. So this can be static, and this can be sort of like an inner shoulder joint. What inner shoulder joint is this? This is in like the worst possible configuration for a possible like inner like shoulder joint. It doesn't go up and down like symmetrically. It doesn't go in and out symmetrically. It's not particularly useful for that. Maybe I'll try this with the Source Dragon and Kai's new mech. Dude, try stuff. Definitely try stuff. So tomorrow, every other day, Fire Effects. Gotta go have a good day. Alright, goodbye Hidora. Have you... after you post instructions in video for your alt builds, do you turn them into unrestricted mocks? Or maybe use it to build a stack? Oh god. What usually happens with my models after I post instructions is that they get put into a box. And I sort of disassemble them as I need them. At the moment, I haven't worked on an unconstrained project in years at this point. And so I haven't needed to disassemble anything. Alright, come on. Think, Ransom. Let's do this. Alright. That. Actually, then embed this. Oh, actually, I want this to be app crunch, right? So the lower torso would be in. Oh no. This actually embed the app crunch quite far down, and maybe I don't like that. Maybe I would prefer the app crunch to be somewhere further up here. And so this is what we might be doing instead. All right. We are going to rip Nick off. Might as well. All right, give me a second. Because I have Cole's Titan mech instructions right here. Unless this is only the final part, in which case I do not have it. Okay. Stay calm. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what Nick does, which is that this is going to be our waist joint, but it will be locked off. I think it will have to be locked off on this side. We're gonna attach it at an angle, which is exciting, and then lock it off. What did he do? Okay. Now I have to try to remember what he actually did. Okay. I think it was something like... I think we should have the pieces for it as well. Alright. Oh, that's fine. I'll have two of these, just like chilling. We might be able to find a use for them. It's like this, and then I think like, all right, come on, this one on the other side. So here's a question: do I connect these? Is it connected with this? It is not. So maybe this. Oh god, I'm trying to remember this Okay, and then this on top. Right, and then... Oh, please tell me I have the right piece for it. I do, okay. It's like this. Right? And that locks this off. Okay. And then this is our waist joint. Bless you. I assume that was for the sneeze. Thank you. All right. Uh, Maybe use wings to make super chunky skirts. Yeah, that is the plan. Okay. Ooh. Ah, here's an interesting question, because he'd never had to done it with this, and I now do. Which is, how is a 45-degree angle hip going to interact with this? Actually, not very differently, because this can actually bend quite far back. So just like that. Nice. That actually works in our favor, I think. Okay. That's fine. So at neutral, there's gonna be a slight crunch. Oh no! We're going to have an actual app crunch in there anyways. So we can just click it back. Okay. Okay, then should I rotate this the other way then? So have it be like this. Okay, what happens when this goes the other way? How much rotation do you still get? Okay, not as much. A lot less. Okay, so it's definitely going to have to be on this side. How long do you think it will take you to finish this? Good question. Nia took me like 2 weeks or something, right? Like somebody should check the VODs on that to see how long Nia take. I expect if I actually if I get no interruptions, that this would take a similar amount of time. And this shouldn't hinder our forward joint at all. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. I don't know why that feels scary. I don't know why I don't like that. Alright. There's kind of no reason to not like it. At least none that I can discover right now. But I'm sure we'll discover in a minute. Okay. But like these projects can be kind of unpredictable. I would not put it past me to get stuck on this for, much longer. But I hope I can get it done in 2 weeks. Like I was stuck on Hainu for months. Like Hainu really shouldn't have taken that long, or at least like I didn't anticipate Hainu to take that long. Okay, so this has to be way down here. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, so we're going to have a slight crunch in neutral, which is completely fine by me. That makes it look cool. Yeah. Great. Further up here. Nice. All right. Ah. Okay. Like I'm relatively sure that this is what Nick does do. Okay, that's fine. Let's lock this. Let's lock it in. All right. If you get stuck on it, move on to Cosmec and come back later. Crunch neutral is peak look. You know, I do not disagree. Okay. Yeah, I that's not necessarily a half bad idea. That is basically the plan, which is like, if it gets stuck, move on to a different project. And at least for now, like these two are in equal priority. I suspect that might change. Okay, so skirts. Alright, don't worry too much about skirts. I can handle skirts later. What do we do about this? Okay. Oh, okay, that's pretty straightforward. And we're left with these two. Okay. Do we have more Technic brick? That's that. Use that for that. That needs 3 holes. Oh, this. Alright, of course. I have 8 memory. Okay, it's coming back to me now. Oh, I don't have Nia and Lloyd with me. I really should have taken Nia and Lloyd with me home as well, because like I needed them for like size reference to see how big this is gonna be, because I want it to be bigger than. Oh, okay. Let me see. I think I did not realize that. Okay, I think this would look better here, because I've changed the camera to point from this direction. So this is the dead space more than here. Okay. I really don't like the Cosmec head you made. I think it's because of that dragon head. Unfortunately, that dragon head is non-negotiable. If I can come up with a better head, I'll come up with a better head. Right now, for me, like the head on Ko is like, it's workable. I'll take it. Okay. Oh, right. We need to put this back in for the app crunch, don't we? Okay, now we don't have it. Okay. Oh, we have these two, I guess, which can be replaced. Fantastic. With this? That's not great. This needs 3 holes. Okay. I can replace. This is also off center. Okay. Ooh. Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do some like. No. Okay. Oh. We have these, don't we? But these don't really attach to normal bricks on this direction. So that's pointless. Okay. We can figure something out. Ooh. Okay. I do want to shift this down further. This feels like very high up. Okay. Do it. Do it. Oh God. Okay. maybe I can let go of that app crunch. Or it can be an entirely... Okay. What if, hear me out, it's an entirely ball jointed app crunch. So we have a bunch of ball joints here. And maybe that's strong enough. All right, let's see what we have to work with. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Okay. And clip. Ooh, we have these as well, which can come in handy. Okay, I think this is all of our ball joints. So, ball, socket, ball. And 2 socket. Okay. And then, ooh, are we gonna do some, am I doomed to forever do odd number building? Okay. So, be something like this, and then once it crunches, this can extend out, or something like that. That would be an interesting thing, like an extendy spine, something new that we haven't really seen before. I like that. It's not a half bad idea. And the current ball joints on here are very tight. I don't know if it's like climate reasons. I've just like left them in a box for a long time, but they're super tight. They do not want to move. All right. Oh, we have ourselves a bit of a collapsing quadrilateral, except the final connection of the collapsing quadrilateral is going to have to be a... Oh. No, it can't be. All right. It's going to have to be clips, which is not great, because this is exactly 4 pairs, which is just like zany strength, which it's not super strong. It's like it's as strong as like 3 ball joints. Do I have 3 ball joints? I can have 4 ball joints, but then I lose the waist swivel. Erase your camera so we can see the model better. Can you see it from here? Or is it currently also... Alright, so what I can do is I can switch for it to be overhead main. But right now overhead main is flickering because of the light. So let me see. Let me just switch off this light. Is it still bright enough? It's gonna cast heavier shadows, but this should work, I think. This is like the more appropriate camera for the time being. Okay. All right. Oh, I have a really dumb idea. Okay. This is my dumb idea. Let's see. You know, sometimes dumb ideas, they lead to fun places later on. This is supremely stupid. What the... maybe this isn't as dumb as I think, right? Like, what if this cylinder is just a waste? And I just like make sure all of this is attached with, like, you know, like 3 rows of, like 4 rows of pins, right? Like, what then? Well, it can't be 4 rows of pins, because, like, if we're gonna actually do this, I would like to, like, decorate this, or at least, like, have this do something. Okay. All right. How long have we been going for? Going for? All right, just over an hour. I think I feel like this is progress. Um, I think I'm okay for today. And we can come back tomorrow. Well, I can come back tomorrow. And I'm gonna see about, you know, dealing with the rest of this. All right, I have a different idea for this that might make this slightly more pleasant. Will still have to be tiles. Maybe it could be these tiles? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I may or may not see you in 2 days. Maybe have it so the upper torso is connected by 2 pins facing outward, so waste rods between them for extra support. The gap is covered by a movable part that would allow for an app crunch. We'll see about that. Okay. Friction extend. I think for these streams we're gonna say no backseat building. All right. Vic, catch you later. Have a nice day. You too. All right. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Adios.